Hey, good morning, guys. So I haven't done one of these in quite some time, actually. These waking up, oh shit, got a message to put out kind of channeled videos. Um, so this is actually something I've been wanting to put up for a while. But I kept feeling like it wasn't the right time. I kept feeling like I needed to wait. And then last night, oh my God, I'm amazed I got any sleep last night. So last night they just gave me more messages just confirming what they've already told me and what I already wanted to put out. But I also needed to wait for confirmation from actually another person. My mom, actually, and a lot of you know that my mom has abilities. A lot of people in my family do. Um, and so she just was kind of like the icing on the cake for this confirmation. And I'll get into all that anyway. But before I get into this, keep in mind any messages we get from Source or prophetic visions, because that's also tied up into what I'm about to tell you, can also be symbolic. I'll be honest, I don't feel like it is. I really don't feel like it's symbolic. I think it's very just direct and very straightforward. Um, but keep that in mind, it very well can be. So, God, I feel like this was like a month ago, actually, when this started, when I started getting a lot of images of water and flooding specifically. And then before the full moon in Sag, I was getting the sense of earthquakes. Like earthquakes would be very highlighted, they'd be a big theme. And then the planetary aspects have really been making that even more probable. We have a lot of aspects right now that lean towards earthquakes, and then more of those aspects will also be coming in the coming eclipse cycles. And I believe I talked about this in the full moon Sag video. Anyway, so then there's that component. Now, recently, they've also been giving me a lot about sky and water again, and basically giving me messages that for the coming months, specifically over summer, possibly into September, that we'll be seeing a lot of hurricanes, storms, flooding. I still feel earthquakes. They haven't been telling me earthquakes. I just feel that. I just feel that in my core, and very intuitively, I feel that. And you guys know I work a lot with Gaia and the grids. Um, yeah, so that being said, I've been feeling this. I've been getting these messages. And so speeding up to yesterday, I was talking to my mom and we were talking about energy and some stuff that she was feeling, stuff that I was feeling, and also in relation to how the energy's been affecting people, and also tribes and family and all of that. So it was a very like deep conversation about energy work and spirituality and abilities and what's going on and all that, right? And like I said, my mom is very psychic, and she said, and I've never heard this term in my life. And it just sent chills through my body when I heard her say it. She said, "Yeah, it's like a bad moon." And I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, like a bad moon rising." And I had so many chills through my body. I said, I've never heard that term in my life. I said, "I don't know what you mean." I said, "I know with, like black magic, like they'll use new moons like to cast like dark shit, like a dark moon." And she said, not really like that. And I said, I have no, like, where did you get this term from? Where did you hear it? Like, I said, it's really giving me the chills. I feel like this is very significant, actually. And she said it's from one of her favorite songs from the 70s. And I asked her to send it to me. And she sent me the song, and it was a video on YouTube. And it just was like the lyrics video, right? Because it was from the 70s. Um, and the lyrics, it's like, oh, like firstly, it's actually a very popular song for American music. For those who are not, those who are not like here in the States, it was a very popular song. It's an oldie, and it's funny because I know it. I know that song, but I never remembered the lyrics. Anyway, so I put the link below, and I just took that as extra confirmation of what I've already been told. Now, keep in mind, guys, we're going to go through ebb and flow through this whole reset awakening process. And as I've been telling you, it's going to be a process for quite some time, okay? Speaking realistically, it's going to be continuing until 2023, 2024, 2021, where we're going to feel the most pressure and grind and strain and stress from it. So that's to come, but it's not, I don't want any of you to get, bogged down by fear or, yeah, well, yeah, I guess that's just it. I just don't want you guys to get bogged down by fear. Like, I want you guys to feel empowered in this time, and I want you guys to feel Like, you're going to be able to handle the changes, because for things to change, there has to be a lot of destruction and a lot of falling away of things. And I'm also a little annoyed because last night they gave me so many messages. Like, honestly, guys, I was just tossing and turning all night because they were talking to me so much and giving me so much detail of how this is going to look for the and they kept giving me the number 13. So I thought that was interesting because I felt like it was going to take about 10 years for everything to, like, go through like the major ebb of like things falling apart and then putting in the new paradigm and foundation. And then we're living in like, the new foundation and building that up. And then we're kosher and good again. So I kept getting that sense it was going to be about 2030. Now, they kept giving me 13, like 13 years. And I was like, really? It's like 30, 33? I was like, why does that not feel right? That doesn't feel right to me. And, in the spiritual community, 2012 was highlighted for quite a bit a long time ago. Now, if we think about it, if we take into account 2012, let's just say 2012 was really when this shit was really popping off. Let's just say that's when we really were going through a shift, right? Like this kind of a shift, but maybe we didn't perceive it in the way that we're perceiving it now. Let's just say that, just for the sake of argument or discussion, not argument, sake of discussion. So if we speed up 13 years from 2012, that puts us in 2025, which would be about the midpoint of when the new paradigm should be in play. So I just thought that was interesting just to put out there and tell you guys as well. Like I said, they gave me the number 13 as far as like the duration of everything. I don't know how to feel about that. But I also argue with my guides all the time. So, but just putting that out there because that is what I was told, 13 very specifically. And I'm annoyed because when they give me so many, and you guys have probably experienced this too, when they give me so many messages like that, I can't hold on to everything. I was trying so hard to, because it was very, very, very incredibly detailed. Like just quite, yeah, it was just very detailed. But anyway, so like I said, I just woke up. I have the link below for the song Bad Moon Rising. Take a look at it if you want. It was just extra confirmation that I got for things that they were already telling me about, more of storms and natural disasters kind of coming up. Now, again, guys, there's ebb and flow to everything. And I don't want you guys to be living in fear. This is not a time to be living in fear. It's a time to really be living in honestly, I know this was probably going to be taken the wrong way, but there's a lot of excitement about what's going on because of where we're going and the opportunities that we have to really create the world we want, really. So try to revel in that. Try to focus in that and what you can do to build that and contribute to that instead of, getting distracted by fear or even getting distracted by, other distractions. But I don't need to go into all that. That's like not the point of this video. The point of this video is just to give you the message, and I gave you the message. So I hope you guys found it well, and I will see you guys soon, okay? Take care. Namaste.